rain's gone, skies are clear, and the Peoria Chiefs are ready to open the season against the Cedar Rapids Colonels, and they are for sure appreciative to be home tonight. First time since 2015. 26-point loss in the MVC title game to Drake after winning by 12 in Peoria just 1 week ago. The Braves fell behind early and were just never able to catch up. Coach Wardle also saying after the game that he's not hopeful for an NCAA tournament bid, saying it would be, quote, a long stretch. Now, as the MVC regular season champs, Bradley does get an automatic invite to the NIT. Reporting in St. Louis, Patrick Cunningham. Where tonight we have a regular season finale that doesn't get any better. Two arch rivals with nearly polar opposite histories battling it out for a district title. In the age of social media, Connor has an interesting personality trait. For a teenager, it might be rarer than a hole-in-one. When Johnny led the Wildcats out in week 1, it was his first competitive sporting event in nearly 2 years. Now entrusted to lead the defending Big 12 champions, it was difficult to set aside his understandable emotions. What helps keep their more than half a century of love alive for each other and for baseball is that they've learned to not take everything so seriously. Halfway through his collegiate career, Will feels fortunate how he caught UNLV's attention. And in typical Vegas fashion,
that's rough.
If you want to stay warm inside, go to the corner of your room. It's always 90 degrees there, Molly.
I need you to leave. The door is that way. Just please see yourself out.
I told you it was coming.
Patrick, it is your birthday.
It
He
is.
is turning 65 today.
I age really well.
Happy birthday, Patrick. I am actually repurposing this little hard balloon for you.
Is this from Valentine's Day?
Yeah. So just don't say I never gave you anything. So
okay.
Yes.
Matamoros winning the state championship game Saturday night not only brings a big trophy back to the town, as Patrick Cunningham reports, it's helping the team, the school, and the community in a bigger battle.
Hi, Nikki. How you doing?
For much of Matamoros' state championship run, the team was rallied around Coach Danny Greaves when his daughter was diagnosed with cancer. But as the playoffs began, senior Briar Cremines learned his dad was also sick.
With him, and he told me, and you know, it's kind of a real life moment, and you kind of just got to roll with the punches.
Some news I got to tell you. I got to give you a heads up. This is what's going to happen, and we're going to tackle it and hit it head on. I'm going to whip it.
Coach Greaves knew more than anyone the emotions Briar was feeling.
Briar came to me and goes, "Coach, I need to talk to you." He gave me the information on his dad. It broke my heart, and we hugged and cried.
Coach Greaves is almost a father figure to me. You know, ever since his daughter got diagnosed and my father, he's been there for me. Nobody else that I'd rather have by my side.
At the celebration back home, Briar made sure the town knew how much he loved his dad.
I don't think I've ever met a better man in my life, and I thank him so much for setting me on this path and just being the man I am today. Thank you.
He called me out in public. I don't know. It's highly emotional. You know what? He's a great kid. Super proud of him.
It's the man who's kind of molded me into who I am today, and you know, and I thank him for everything. In front of all of our fans and have all that support, it was just a surreal moment.
A moment and a season that will stay with them for the rest of their lives. Patrick Cunningham, WMBD Sports. The Peoria Chiefs returned to Dozer Park Tuesday after a 2-week road trip, and it also meant the return of 2 of their biggest fans who keep up with each game and each other. Hello there. Sitting in their usual spot atop the first base concourse at Dozer Park, you'll find Robert and Sandy Anderson, 2 of the most devoted Peoria Chiefs and St. Louis Cardinals fans.
Strikeout.
They're season ticket holders and known for keeping score at every game.
2-4. 6. Got the runner at first.
Yeah, I know, I got it.
Okay.
A tradition they've kept up for years.
I just get a little more interest in the game by keeping score.
We might have some from the 80s even.
Sandy grew up a New York Yankees fan, but when she met Robert, it was time to switch allegiances.
I didn't like the way Steinbrenner treated his players, especially Winfield. No, he turned me off completely.
What helps keep their more than half a century of love alive for each other and for baseball is that they've learned to not take everything so seriously.
Who says?
Me.
She's their official dum-dum.
No, I'm their grandma. I have to tell him he has to behave himself several times a day.
No matter the Chiefs' record, you can bet on Robert and Sandy to take each other out to the ball game.
She's been doing
a great couple, and I'm sure they will have a great time at the game tonight.
That was so precious.
That was so cute.